Hello, my name is Emily.
And my name is Ara.
And we're the Kolltveits, and this is our pub, the Chandos. And as you can see, we've got loads of really empty shelves behind us, and that's because we are closed due to the lockdown because of the pandemic, like every other pub in the country. And on those shelves, normally we've got loads of really amazing premium spirits.
Yeah, that's right. Selection of about 40 different gins, some top shelf rums, and a bunch of whiskies.
So it's a really sad state of affairs to see our pub that we've worked so hard to try and build up closed down. Normally we're open pretty much all the time and the whole place will be buzzing. When we first took the pub on over 6 years ago, it was pretty rough, to be honest, and people used to cross the other side of the road to avoid it. But through our hard work as a family and plenty of support from the community, we've managed to build it up to the point where we actually won Community Pub of the Year in the Great British Pub Awards, and then more recently Best Local in the Great British Pub Awards. So as you can imagine, it's nerve-wracking times at the moment. I think talking about sort of how it's affected our mental health, I can say that I've been feeling pretty anxious about the whole thing. There's been plenty of sleepless nights and concerns, particularly around how we might pay our staff team if the government funding runs out, how long this lockdown is going to go on for, and particularly around if we are allowed to open again, whether the kind of social distancing restrictions are going to affect our ability to trade. And I think Ara and I both agree that if we have to have any kind of restrictions around social distancing and be open, then the business probably won't survive very long.
Now, if the government funding is taken away, but you're not able to open your pub again to full capacity, the costs of running a pub is generally pretty much the same, but without the funding and you can't run at full capacity, you're going to run out of money very quickly.
It would be such a tragedy to see this pub, which is so central to the community now and such a big part of actually other people's lives. We have quite a few people who I think really count on the pub for their own mental health. A lot of single men in particular who live alone, and their entire friend base is here. And I know that they are very much missing being able to come and have someone to chat with. So yeah, there's quite a lot going on, I think, for us in terms of anxiety for the future of our business. So something interesting about me is that not only am I a publican, but I am also training to become a priest in the Church of England. My ordination was meant to happen in July at St Paul's Cathedral, but sadly that's been postponed and it's looking like it's going to be in September, but I will be serving as a curate to St Mary's in Primrose Hill from the beginning of July. So that's an interesting fact about me. I also used to be in a heavy metal band.
That's my background. Before I took on the pub, I was a sound engineer for live bands, live music, and worked with, amongst my wife, artists like Ed Sheeran and Kelly Clarkson, to mention a few.
So that's all about us. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about our pub and what we've been up to during lockdown.